Yeah.
All right, people, welcome to Broken Theory, man. Today we got a special guest, my homie Miles from Atlanta. Well, from the Bay normally, but he's
Yes,
living
sir.
in Atlanta right now, man. What's going on? Tell the people what's up.
What up, yeah, man? I'm just trying to create. I'm taking it day by day, work on my craft, take what I learned from the day to day, and try to incorporate it into the artistry and just live it overall.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's talk about how you first got started with music, man. Talk about that journey real quick.
Man, it's crazy because I always wanted to do music, but later in my teens, that's when I started really recording. Like before I moved to Atlanta, I lived in California for pretty much my whole life, for almost about 20 years. And I would record every now and then, but I lived in like an apartment complex, so it was like, my neighbors I lived on the bottom floor, so my neighbors will always be stomping and stuff like that. And you know, any artist know as a recording, when you're recording, you like to lock in, kind of zone in. And I didn't really start until I moved to Atlanta when I was about 21. So the whole time I just been working on my craft, trying to build a year, a month, weeks at a time, just trying to become a better artist, pretty much.
So on that pathway, what was it like kind of going in the direction to finding your sound? Was it like you used to make music with like other people, or like you were hitting the studios? Like, talk about that process, like when you first started diving into making music.
Yeah, basically it was just trying to take influences that I would listen to and incorporate it as much as I could to recording.
And if you could give us 5 of those influences, who would you say?
Like artists?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say I was heavy on like the 2013 era. No pun intended. But it was I would say, because it was timeless albums that came out for me in that year. I would say it was Childish Gambino because of the internet.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say it was kind of like Kendrick Lamar too, but I mean that was 2012 when he dropped Good Kid. But
it
was still in that. It was still in that era.
Yeah, that blog era.
Like
blog era of music.
Tyler.
Yeah,
is
Tyler,
the third one. At the time, it was Nothing Was the Same.
Drake,
that album.
Drizzy?
Yeah, Drake. Nothing Was the Same. That was 2013 as well.
And I don't know if he's gonna be able to recover from the Kendrick Lamar shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a tough one, but I love both artists. I grew up.
If anybody can do it, it's him.
Yeah, if anybody can do it, but and then it was who else was it? What kind of stumbling on it? But I would just listen to a lot of like Odd Future and artists that was just like stepping outside the box. It was the other artists I listened to as well that not too many people might know, like from the Bay Area. Like one artist was like Diva the General, and like 2 years prior to that, he dropped an album called, I believe it was called From the Navy, and I would listen to it. He's from Oakland, California. He's Oakland artist. I would listen to a lot of his music. That's really what taught me how to like listen to his music. It taught me a lot about like rhyme patterns, like ability when you recording, energy, all that stuff.
So you learned that from one single person from the Bay, or is it just like kind of like a collective?
That was just like my first discovery. I would say first discovery, because it was like I grew up in pretty much like near the old Oracle Arena. Oakland, California, so it was kind of like tight knit. Yeah, and Diva the General, he had like, if you listen to his music from that era, like 2011, 2012, you can hear the energy. And he also had like a lot of Boozy influence too, which is crazy because Boozy was from way down south.
Yeah, that's different.
That just shows like the diversity of like the bars he was spitting.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Can you share a pivotal moment in your life that deeply influenced your art? Like, for instance, anything tragic that affected your music, or anything positive that affected your music? You know what I mean? Just like something that completely changed your career.
Right. I would say just living like after I got out of high school, I would be skating around. Like I had a longboard that my older brother Will gave me. I would skate around the city, just listening to music. You know?
San Francisco?
San Jose. San Jose, California.
Okay.
I would basically just be skating around the city, just listening to music. And you could feel like the energy around that time. This is about 2018, 2019. You can feel the energy of just like California, because California is like it's a huge state. So, and it's people everywhere. But you can just feel the culture of like just. I'm a true Californian, I guess, but.
Nah, I dig it, bro. I dig it.
Yeah, sure. I would say what changed my creativity with that is just like being out, you know, just popping out.
Just like seeing skating. your area.
Yeah, just seeing. Like I remember specifically this. I went to Jack in the Box this one time, and it's just like a short story, but I went to Jack in the Box one time. I ordered like a milkshake, and I noticed this homeless lady. She would always be out there around that Jack in the Box specifically. And one time she just, I ordered and I was waiting for my order, and then she just randomly just snuck by right in front of me and just act like I didn't see her and tried to steal my milkshake. And it's just like it's small stuff like that. Yeah. To where it's like, it just changes your perspective, like about life, you know.
I mean, looking at something like that, like, damn, this is my city. Like, motherfuckers grab me out here, they will steal your milkshake. Like,
milkshakes will get stolen. Right. So you gotta. It taught me also just to pay attention, you know. Stay in the moment, because that's what we are in. We all in the moment, you know.
Absolutely.
And you gotta embrace it.
So how do you navigate the highs and lows of creative inspiration and self-doubt?
I would say not to get too caught up in my own thoughts and try to.
Well, I mean, that's the purpose for this podcast, bro. Like, just to make people relatable as an artist, bro. Like, for people to understand on the other side that, like, you know, we all human. You know what I mean? Like, we all go through it, and like maybe something that you say could help another artist that's going through a similar situation that may not have nobody there to tell them. You know what I mean?
Right. So, and I agree, because artists are actually more vulnerable when they're actually creating, because you gotta go to a vulnerable state. Absolutely. And then come back out unscathed, you know, just to tell your story in that moment. Like, you can tell your story. Absolutely. And then be vulnerable in that moment. And then try to come back out of that.
So how do you navigate the highs and the lows of creative inspiration and self-doubt?
I would say basically not to take inspiration that you gain from being a creative, but don't fall too into it to where you lose yourself, you know. Just try to stay keep it you as much as possible, you know. Yep. Stay true to you.
Absolutely, 100%, bro. 100%. During that process of recorded music alone, what would you say is probably the best thing that you learned during that process?
That it's an uphill battle, and you gotta basically just embrace failure. Sometimes, like me personally, I like to do, like, when I record this, I like to try to do it in one take, depending on how long the track is. Like, if it's like 2 minutes, might do one take here, one take there. But if it's like one minute 40 seconds, I try to do the whole take, you know, in one take. But sometimes it just don't work that way.
Well, you know, everybody has their own process, right? And have you ever performed before, like on a stage? Nah. So, like, you know, once you do perform, you will see that, like, that shit doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm just being 100% honest with you. Like, doing it in one take doesn't matter. It's really the quality of the song. You know what I'm saying? And like, just because you could do it in one take doesn't mean you should have to. Like, in between a show, you know, you're the MC. and you control the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to know that, okay, I should have a time that I get my breath work right, where I have a breather to where, like, you know, the hook comes in and I'm able to just like maybe dap up some fans or like, you know, talk on the mic or something, you know what I mean? Show fan love. You know, but everybody has their own way that they do their shows, you know what I'm saying? And when you do perform, you will kind of look back on this and understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
But speaking of that, cool. I mean, are you looking to perform in the near future, or like what's the reason why you haven't performed yet?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But I guess I haven't looked into like the venues that might be or any like parts around the city where I can record.
Yeah.
Or can perform it. Yeah.
Me personally, bro, like I would say get your feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really are gonna meet some dope people. You really are gonna make some great contacts. You really are gonna be able to learn from each experience that you go to. When I first started performing, bro, it started getting addicted. Like when I felt the feeling of like just getting my creativity out there for a whole audience, like in real time, bro, it's just a different feeling than, hey, listen to my song, hey, can you press play on this, hey, you know, like you liked or commented on my shit, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it's not the same as seeing a crowd like looking at you in your eyes, like listening to every word type shit, like you have their full attention. It's not, you can't describe that experience, bro. So I would definitely say you need to do it. You know what I mean? You're very talented.
Yeah, for sure.
I would definitely set that as a goal in the upcoming, you know, years, or
just bring it to life. Yeah. I mean, it's not like if I was to perform, I wouldn't know what to do because I studied the tracks I make, you know, and I listen to them. I know the words, and also I always study like practice in the mirror and stuff like that. So I'll be somewhat. Like,
if you're not your biggest fan, bro.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is gonna be? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, if you don't go crazy for yourself, or like, I'm not saying you gotta listen to yourself all the time and stuff. You know, there's a place like, you know, you want to practice your show. You know, all that shit is cool. But I'm just saying in general, man, like you gotta be gentle with yourself as an artist too, because, you know, like you said earlier, you're being vulnerable. You're letting people in your space. You know what I mean? And you're human. So, you know, at the end of the day, you could believe them when they say it's good, and you could believe them when they say it's bad. You know, you have a choice. But music is subjective. And you know what I mean? Knowing that when people tell me they don't like my shit, I don't take it personal. You know what I mean? Just me personally. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. That comes with being a creative too. Like
100%.
Some people have different perspectives on things. Not everybody's gonna embrace what you create.
100%, bro.
You gotta roll with the punches of that. So.
Yep. How do you stay connected while being your authentic self while creating?
Connected with artistry.
Yeah, like, you know, like being your authentic self, like what you feel like is the true definition of your sound.
Okay. Just basically just telling my story, man. Just trying to let people know that I'm a person that's from America, you know, living the American experience, trying to better my life, you know.
Yeah.
And basically better my situation with artistry, as a family member, as a friend, lover, anything. You know, so
for sure. How do you cope with the emotional roller coaster that comes with like pursuing your passion, which is music? You know what I'm saying? Like, do family members like ever say things about you, like chasing that dream, or like, you know, how has that experience been?
Yeah, I mean, my family is pretty welcoming to me being a creative, you know, like, because I come from my short story. My grandpa, he was a gospel singer, and he had a lot of albums back like 04, 05, 03. and he would record and record music with his gospel band, I guess. And he basically showed me like the ropes on like how to be like a creative.
Yeah.
But just by me seeing him put out his music, sell it. Like some of it's still on YouTube. You can find it, but
where can we find your grandpa's
I don't have
music?
On YouTube, but it's kind of discreet, but
oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of discreet. Yeah, it's
right.
not.
Yeah.
I think it's on streaming services, but
I was gonna say, bro, I'll sample your grandpa, bro.
Hey,
sample your
I'm
grandpa.
sure
That's gonna be hard.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. He would sample like Michael Jackson samples or stuff. I didn't realize until I got older.
Yeah,
I guess.
But I like shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just random things.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you have a song of his that like means the world to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
let's turn that record up a notch real quick. You know what I'm saying? Turn it into something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I grew up around that. I grew up just around family that always listen to music and stuff like that.
That's what's up, man.
So just coping with like family knowing or people that I went to school with knowing, I just try to be myself. So when they see me, they know like, okay, he's not lying. Like he's telling this story. Yep. Okay. And some people might know, some people might not, because I didn't really let too many people in all the time, like what people I went to school with. But some people will find out stuff. It was like, oh, okay, that's probably why he was like this. That's why he was like that, you know?
Yeah.
Just by listening to the music or seeing visuals or like in the future, I want them to be like, yeah, he's authentic, because that's what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy when an artist can like get to the point to where the visual, like they start thinking about the visuals while they're doing the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's like they have the music video already playing in their head.
Right.
Before the music. They're about to deliver a fucking hit to all of their fans, and even the people that may not like them, just because of the artistic expression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. The vision.
Yeah.
You gotta have vision, you know, for
absolutely.
And that's what I usually do. Like if I hear instrumental, I'll try to see. I'll try to see the picture I want to paint for the lyrics and just the overall feel.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly the lyrics, but I'm working on trying to be like a person that can give you lyrics and like a feeling, a heavy feeling at the same time.
Nah, I got it.
Yeah, for sure.
I see that 100%.
Yeah.
But there has to be a balance, you know what I'm saying? And only you can decide that balance, as far as, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have an album coming out straight boom bap. I'm going to have a straight R&B. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can control what's coming out as far as quality, what you're feeding your fans, what they react to. You could pay attention to that type of thing. As far as your experience with releasing music on all platforms, you recently just released your first album. When did you release that, bro? That was like
July 14th. Right? July 14th. So
a year, right? A year ago.
Year and a half. Yeah, it's gonna be a year and a half. Like
how has it been
months.
since you took that initial jump and leap of faith? You know what I mean? To actually get that done. That whole project, like being on all platforms, reactions, you know what I mean, the stress, everything, bro, just seeing it up there in your library, bro, like how does that feel?
It feels amazing, because it was a tough road to get there. Just feeling like, just dealing with like an anxiety of like why am because at the time I was 23, and then at the time I was 23 going on 24 so it dropped on July 14th. My birthday, July 17th.
Yeah, you just recently had a birthday, man. I just want to give you a shout out. You know what I mean? On wax, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
Love, man. Appreciate it. But it dropped close to my birthday, and just dealing with that, like, because I always think about like artists at a time when they were my age, like like certain artists like Kendrick, Cole, Drake. You know, when they was like at 23 years old, they were making like great music and just putting out great quality. So I always wanted to like live up to that in certain aspects. And
absolutely.
But at a certain point, you realize like you got to do it your own way. You know. Like,
yeah, but these are also people that have whole teams focused around them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, juggernauts. Yeah, like, definitely.
You know, marketing has its own department. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I realized that. Yeah. And I realized that when like
you got someone that's like, booking
events.
You have different people. Everybody has different jobs, bro. You know what I mean?
Right, definitely.
Yeah, not to cut your wisdom, bro. Yeah.
Nah, you good. But just leading up to that, it feels amazing to have it out because like it's forever there, you know. Mm-hmm. Like that's something I did at that time. That's the vibe I was on. I just wanted to rap. I wanted to rap. I got a track on there. Yeah, I got a track on there called "I Want to Rap," and that's just what I wanted to do. And you on Official, a track on there that I love, and I got a good feedback on.
Yeah,
track named Official.
That track is hard.
Yeah, and just the whole project, man. I'm happy about what I did for it. All the people that made the beats, all the people I linked up with to.
Are you still in contact with them? Like y'all still making music together?
Or? Majority of them I follow them, you know, because what I do is I like to find instrumentals on YouTube and subscribe to them.
Okay.
Yeah. And pretty much just get a feel on the instrumental and like the sound that they have, and then see how it matches mine, and just build on it.
Yeah.
And I even usually message them. And I'll record to the tracks if like they have it in their description that you can. I'll record to their tracks and send them what I recorded to their instrumental. Like, hey, I recorded this. This is how it sounds. What's the prices? Like, just trying to show my respect because I appreciate them.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, relationships are really important. You know what I mean? In this business, I feel like how you treat somebody, you never know who they may be later down the line, how their work ethic is. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things just speak for themselves.
Definitely.
And if you're not one of those people that know this about the music industry, people blow up overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not something that anybody can control. There are no gatekeepers anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can tell someone that they're not good enough for the opportunity, and then 2 years later, they're on one of the top person in the world song. You know what I mean? Definitely. So it's like, you never know. It's always good to keep a level-headed man, treat those how you would like to be treated. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But I would say, you know what I mean? Could you share a personal story about, I guess you could say, like your favorite song?
Damn, that's a good question. Like my favorite song ever?
That you made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's out.
I would say
that people can
that's out.
To right yeah.
I would say. I would say Climate. Track called. It's the 10th track. Yeah, it's the 10th track on Good Damage. The last track, the outro.
And what's your name on all platforms, bro?
Miles Shore. MILES. Space Shore. SURE.
Hell yeah.
And
just so everybody could find you on all platforms.
Yeah, for sure.
What I'm saying?
For sure. And I appreciate it.
No doubt, bro.
It's a track called Climate. It's basically me talking. It's me talking to myself as a younger version, or talking to anybody that's wanting to come into the game.
Yeah.
As like an artist that may be afraid to express themselves, or that deal with obstacles on just trying to literally put music out or just be a creative in general.
Nah, I feel it, bro. I feel it.
And that track, I'm basically telling them like, you're not a bad person. You look up in the sky, that's who you are. And you see a star, that's who you are.
Yeah.
Basically. Just tell them like,
yeah, man.
Forget negativity, just be you.
And that's a very important message. You know what I'm saying? It's not preached enough in the Black community in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always feel like they got to put a mask on, you know what I mean, and be something else that they don't want to be. And like, it's good that, you know, your core fan base could kind of like just feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Welcoming energy. Yeah. That's fire.
Because as artists, and as artists, like that's what our favorite artists did to us. You know, that's what it is. In many ways, they show you the ropes on like how to be yourself and be an expressive creative. You know, that's what they did to us. So on the way up, you know, I try to be that example of be a person to look up to. You. Yeah.
What message or feeling do you hope that listeners take away from your music when they listen to you? Just to love the situation you're in, because when you listen to my music, you go be in the present moment, you know, at any time, you know. So just accept, basically, that you're in a moment and feel the energy and good vibes that I put into it. That's all it is. You know? It's just good energy and good vibes. Absolutely, bro. Yeah. How do you handle your moments of self-doubt and like creative blocks? Like, what do you do that is like when you recognize that you're having, because you know all artists have that and like have gone through it. It's just a matter of like what we do and how we react to that feeling. You know what I mean? When we feel that way.
Yeah.
What do you do when you feel that way?
I usually listen to instrumentals of like either something I created, some like favorite songs of all time that I like, you know, and see like a different style I can approach to better my creativity, you know, not fall victim into that slump. Like I can't, like I'm done. Like I hit my max, like limit. Just know that me personally, I just know that it's a way that I can get out of that by just trying to find something new. It might be hard to search for sometimes, obviously, but or dig deep to find. But you just gotta know that it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Pretty much.
No, I feel it, and that's important as an artist, man, to keep the faith. How important has faith been for you?
It's been the main subject. You know? I pray a lot, even on the album "Good Damage." It's a photo of me with my hands together, just looking up to the sky. You know, just knowing that. Because me personally, the lyrics come from me and the vocals come from me, but sometimes I feel like when I hear something and I want to make it in art, like a piece of art, I'll try to. I know that it comes from a higher place. Yeah. So it's something spiritual. You know?
Nah, I dig it, bro. I dig it.
Yeah.
What would you say is the weirdest place you found inspiration for a track?
Probably.
Not like weird, but just uncommon.
Yeah. It was probably Oakland one time when I went to the Golden State Warriors parade back in 2017. I just had the day before that I didn't really drink that much. I was dehydrated. Then I had a heat flash and fell out, and then I came back. I woke back up, you know, and I just see everybody looking at me. It's like you never get in this situation again, because it felt like a UFC fighter whenever they get knocked out, you know, in front of everybody, and they got to live that, you know, for that moment when I was around that, and I woke back up after I had passed out. By just standing around, because it was so damn hot that day, you know.
Yeah.
And that was when they had won a championship and all that. But when I woke up, I'm looking around, everybody looking at me like you good? Like that moment was like shell shock, and it just let me know like to be on your purpose, you know. don't really slip, you know. Yeah.
How do you balance music with, you know, your day-to-day, like real life?
That's a good question. I would say, I try to live me through what I hear and what I record, you know. Like there's certain times where I wake up and I just go driving and I just play nothing but my music, you know, because I just want to feel the atmosphere of like feel that it pretty much takes me back to that place where I was in California just listening to music, because I was like pre me recording music and making music, and then now it's like post me recording, making music, just trying to live it, just feel protected by my art, you know. So basically, I just try to live my life and listen to my music, and ultimately to just boost my confidence, you know. That's what it does. That's my aim. I try to make music to make you feel good.
Nah, I dig it, bro.
And tell my story. So.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that you could tell your younger self when you first started this mission, what would you say?
I'll tell him, just keep growing as an artist. You know, like, become your own artist. Shed the shyness, shed the self-doubt, self-pity, and just create. You know, because it's a world out there of somebody going through the same thing you going through, and if you tell your story, that might encourage the next person.
100%.
So basically, that's what I was on.
Nah,
that's what I would be on. Tell him.
I dig it, man. But I appreciate you. What you working next?
The project.
Yeah, like what's coming on next?
It's a project I got called The Word. It's probably about 14 tracks.
Can we expect that?
Around, it's July now, 2024. I would say probably about October or November, around there. Yeah.
Finesse, baby.
Hell yeah.
In between that gap, yeah.
Sure. I appreciate you, you know what I mean, letting me mix and master that joint for you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get it right.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it.
But I didn't want to speak on it, you know. I wanted you to be able to
yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know, say
but
say
yeah, you are gonna be yeah, you definitely gonna mix it for sure.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact of me starting music, and my first mixtape was with you, called Flight Miles. On all streaming services. You, man. I forgot to mention that too.
Nah, for real, man.
Yeah,
you
that helped my confidence a lot as an artist too.
Why you say that?
Because that was my first collaborative project, you know.
Yeah.
And I know I had to come with it, because I mean, you ain't no regular artist either. So.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that you approached the project like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, out of a lot of the people that I was working with at that time, like, you know, you were really coming correctly. You know what I mean? As far as like, when you say you're gonna do something, you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And
that's what I try to live by.
Exactly. When you're doing business like that, people could tell the difference. They know who they're dealing with, as far as like as a person, not just like, all right, it's Miles a rapper. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It is what it is. You know, after a little bit of time, man, you have rapport with each other. You know what I mean? To where it's like, bro, even like I said, with the mixing and mastering, the visuals, bro, you know, I hook you up. If you need help, bro, we both shoot some shit. You know what I mean? Knock it out. Whatever could set you forward. You know what I mean? If I have the capability of, you know what I mean, helping you out, bro, I will.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate that, man. Because from the jump, that actually started my longevity recording process from 2020. Because that mixtape came out 2020. You know, and that was the start of like my evolution of trying to find my voice as an artist and just overall just try to become better. You know.
Yeah.
And that brought the best out of me at that point in time, you know, because if I would, there's no way I could have been as good if I didn't get pushed to be better.
Yeah.
Dealing with somebody that was already prestige and know the ropes, know what kind of rap patterns, rhyme patterns, sequency, all that into one track, you know. So
no doubt,
I appreciate that too.
No doubt, bro. Yeah, man, like the creative process is what it is. Like I feel like collaboratively, when you make a project with somebody, it has to be like your own and their own. You know what I mean? So like that's why like when we was going back and forth with records and shit, like we was just making records, having fun with it, you know what I mean? And then picking what we was doing. That's the proper way to you know what I mean, go about making a tape in my eyes of what could make a classic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Me personally, that's how I feel.
For sure.
Yeah. But I appreciate you tapping in with us, bro. 100%.
I appreciate you.
When that album drops, bro, you're gonna have to come back again, you know what I mean? And just,
I'll be back. For sure.
Tap in, man. We talk some more shit.
Definitely. You're gonna see a new and improved, for sure. New and improved from the
always
last
working
project.
Hard, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Always working hard, for sure.
And working smarter too. Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tapping in.
All right, no problem.
Yes, sir.